G'day, Adam the Aussie back. Just thought I'd do a quick chat about a few of the devices I've been using. Haven't done a review for a while, but I'm going off on holidays for a couple of weeks, so I thought I'll just wish everyone a Happy New Year and hope you had a great Christmas. Yeah, and just give you a bit of a catch up on what I've been using and what I've found out about the devices, because I've bought a few more devices since my last review. Just haven't had a chance to review them, so I thought a very quick chat today. And then I'm on holidays on Sunday, so you beauty. Now, first couple of devices I want to talk about: the ever popular iStick, Egrip iStick, and the semi-popular, I guess, Joyetech Egrip. I've been sort of having a vaping battle in my own head about which one of these I prefer, and the iStick was winning fairly comfortably for the main reason that I can put whatever I like on top. So as far as using the coils you prefer and all that sort of thing, it was winning the battle. But just recently I watched a video on YouTube, can't even remember the bloke's name, but gave the tip of swapping the bottom pin out of your Egrip coil and replacing that, putting that in the bottom of a Aspire BVC coil, because the Aspire BVC coils wouldn't fit in here because the pin at the bottom was too long. But if you swap it with an Egrip head pin, they screw straight in, work beautifully. The base doesn't screw in. Geez, it's nearly screws in all the way. Doesn't cause any wobbling or anything. It might be a ½ mil sticking out the bottom there, that white ring. But it's brought the Egrip back into life for me. It's something I'm using regularly again. But I wanted to like the Egrip because, as far as being compact and user friendly to a degree, I suppose, you fill it up with your 3.6 ml of liquid, fully charged 1500 mAh battery, and off you go. But now with the BVC coils, the vape is tremendous. Working really well. I'll tell you what I don't like about the Egrip, and if you've seen reviews you're probably aware of this stuff. This dial here, it's got a number 20 on it, which is obviously for 20 watts. It's got no other numbers on there, just three other dots. Hard to pick up on the camera. It's hard to pick up in real life because it's that small. But the dial, it just keeps spinning. There's no, with your twist batteries and that, you turn it all the way down, it'll stop. You turn it all the way up, and you can't turn any further. This thing just spins round and round like a merry-go-round, and honestly, I don't know what wattage I'm vaping at half the time, but I don't really care. But I do find it a little bit hard to adjust. Sometimes I think I've turned it up and I'll have a vape and the vape feels weaker, so I'm still working that out. The airflow control, for me, it's a furphy. I don't think it controls airflow at all. There's a little screw down there that you screw in and out, and it's supposed to adjust your airflow. I got sick of doing that the first day I got it, so I took the screw out totally, and I was starting to get a few dry hits with the Joyetech heads, so I thought maybe there's not enough suction, the airflow needs to be restricted a bit, so I put the screw back in, and to me it was the same vape. It didn't reduce the airflow at all, so I think the airflow control is just there for looks. I don't think it actually works. But build quality is great, and the size, you can't beat it. It's a weighty little thing, but seriously, now with the BVC coils, it'll be my go everywhere. When I'm heading out for the day, because now the vape quality is good. The size is great. It holds 3.6 mil, so somewhere between a mini Nautilus and a Nautilus for your juice capacity, I suppose. And the size, we thought the Nautilus is small. The iStick was small, but next to it looks massive next to an Egrip. That's a Nautilus with that's an Egrip iStick with a Nautilus on top. That's a good 2 inches shorter. It's just it's a fraction wider, maybe a fraction heavier, but at the end of the day, now it vapes like this. It's a win in my book. So if you're having problems with the Joytech heads, try that little tip. Pull the base out of a hang on a tick. Here's one I've just done. So I pulled that's a Egrip head. I pulled the pin out of the bottom there that was stuck in there, and I changed it into the put it in the bottom of Aspire BVC head, not a Nautilus BVC head, just your standard Aspire BVC head. Changed them over, screwed straight in, and Bob's your uncle. It's a really nice vape. Airflow would be similar to maybe the third hole in the Nautilus. I wouldn't mind it a little bit airier, but look, it does the job for me. The iStick's been great, despite it, has a few issues, rattly buttons and that sort of thing, but battery life is great. Price, in Australia, looking at $50, $55, something like that. You can get them for, 35 in China and all that sort of thing, or 35 US. But it's been really good. I know some people have had problems with the threading. I haven't had that issue. It's been really good for me. What I did do, I was screwing the Nautilus on one day and it didn't feel cross-threaded. It just wasn't screwing in as smoothly as it normally does. So I just put a bit of dipped my finger in olive oil and just ran it around the threads and screwed it in, and it's been fine ever since. But so just be careful with the threads on your iStick. But other than that, that's a winner. Get a hold of one of those if you haven't already. Because I had the Vaporshark, and I guess the Nautilus is the poor man's Vaporshark. It's this isn't a true 20-watt device. It's restricted depending on the ohms of your head and all that sort of stuff. But it vapes high enough for your most of your rebuildables. Most of your clearomizer heads. So which is good. The Vaporshark I'm still using. It's a ripper. Build quality on that is fantastic. So if you're looking for something with a bit more quality in a similar format to your iStick, that's your next step up is your Vaporshark. I've only got the DNA 20 version, but you can get them now with the DNA 40, temperature control, all that sort of thing. Whether that means much to you, it doesn't mean much to me. I don't vape at the wattages that would worry me, with temperature control anyway. What else have I been using? Hope I'm not boring you, but I'm still using my turbo on the EPM at about 20 watts. That vape's beautiful. Works really well. So that's sort of me at home on the couch device. It's because it is pretty weighty. The EPM's a weighty device. You whack this bad boy on it. But yeah, I've been happy with the way the turbo's performed over the last couple of months. That's really good. I think we've all tried this. This is the Aspire Atlantis, and I've just got it on at the moment on the Aspire sub-ohm battery. That's a wonderful vape. This is it on the widest airflow. Sorry about that, clouds everywhere. What I like about this, what I hate about it is juice capacity. It's absolutely terrible. I'm filling it up 3 or 4 times a day. But Aspire just today or in the last day or two have announced they will be releasing in the very near future a 5mm tank to screw on to your Aspire. So it'll be an add-on product you can get. So the Aspire with 5mm, the Aspire Atlantis with 5mm would be a massive improvement for those of us that get sick of topping up all the time, because it does chew the juice. What I have noticed with this, obviously, I normally vape around depends on the day, anywhere between 6 to 12 milligram, depends what I'm doing. I had to drop my nick level with this, and as a matter of fact, I've been vaping 0 nick with this and still getting a satisfying vape. So for those of you who are looking at getting off the nick, this might be the device for you, because it still gives a really warm vape, even with the zero nic. So it depends on what wattage you go up to, but yeah. So I recommend that. Get on it if you haven't already. I think everyone already has. But keep an eye out for the 5mm tank. Now, I don't know why I bought this, but I was thinking if I want a bit of extra kick that the you know, my EPM that goes up to 34 watts, or you know, this is I think it starts at 4.2. I'm not sure if it's regulated at 4.2 and works its way down, but you know, on a 0.5 ohm head fully charged, you're looking at 35 watts. But I thought I wanted a big, powerful device, so I bought this box, the Sigelei 100 watt. What do I think of it? It's sharp on the corners. It's uncomfortable to hold. Doesn't have micro USB charging, so every time you want to charge it, you've got to pull your batteries out. It's meant, you know, it comes with screws to screw the back on and off, but luckily it also has a magnet top and bottom, so I've never put the screws on it because, you know, who wants to unscrew the back every time you want to charge your battery? So it sits nice and firm with the magnets, so the screws aren't really required. I did drop it once and the back popped off and the batteries went everywhere, but if you don't drop it, the back will stay on without an issue. So that's really good. Well, it does what it's meant to do. When I say it's really good, it does what it's meant to do. It works well. You know, has your, try that again, has your all your numbers there. We're upside down, are we? Or am I upside down? No, I don't know. Check atomizer, all that sort of stuff. So it gives you battery life, your ohms, your wattage, and your volts, all displayed there, which is at the end of the day all you need. So I normally use this with my Atlantis or Kangatech Turbo, Aero Tank Turbo. What are we on at the moment? 22. We'll pump it up a little bit. Let's try the Atlantis at 39.4 watts. That's some crazy shit. When I got off smoking, I didn't think I'd be sitting back blowing clouds like that. But so there's that. Yeah, so it's got zero nic juice. 39.4 watts is, you know, probably as high as you want to go. You wouldn't want to go much higher than that, but yeah, all good. Look, I was going to go into what juices I've been vaping and all that sort of stuff, but yeah, that's where I'm at with my hardware. Loving the Egrip again. Still love my EPM with the Kangatech Turbo. Love me Vaporshark, love me iStick, love all that gear. I haven't bought anything that's, well, I thought this was a dud, but now it's fixed and it's not a dud. Hopefully Joytech take that on board and improve their heads. I know they brought about the rebuildable base, which is getting really good reports, but if you don't want to rebuild, then they need to improve their heads, because the taste is pretty average. The lifespan of them is, you know, is pretty average. They taste burn after a few days, and they don't wick properly, and all that sort of stuff. So if Joytech improve their game, you know, we may try their heads again. But until then, I'll be whacking the Aspire heads in the Egrip and loving the vape. That's it from me. Stick a fork in it. Not Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I'll see you in 2015. Cheers.